Big game. Big game this weekend, people. The Arsenal travel to Liverpool. A hoodoo ground for the Arsenal. How you feeling about it, Igal? Are you gonna go? Do you think you're gonna beat them? Is this the time to break that? Is it 11 years? 2012, the last time you won there. What's gonna happen this weekend, Igal? How do you beat Liverpool on Sunday?
You just go there, professional. Mikel Arteta said it before. Liverpool is one of the hardest grounds that he's ever had to coach at or play at. He was a former Everton guy, so he knows what it is to go there. He's also part of the team that was the last team to win at Anfield in 2012, where Podolski and Santi Cazorla scored, if I'm not mistaken. So honestly, it is a hoodoo ground, and as bad as Liverpool have been at home this season, Liverpool have been just as good as they've always been, or maybe not just as good, but they've been great based on other teams' expectations. If you don't know, Liverpool have only lost 2 times this season at home. They've lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League, as we all know, 5-2, and they lost to Leeds. Those are the only times they've lost. So for us to go there and get a win will be a massive win. It will be a massive statement. And the way that we do it, Terry, we just continue to do what we do. We go there. We don't disrespect Liverpool and think we've won the game based off of how they've been this season away from home or their record. We go there, treat them the same way we would have treated them last year, and make sure we walk in there respectful, but come out victorious. That's all I got to say. I honestly don't know exactly how the game plan is going to go. I think we're just going to continue to keep it the same way as we always do. Martinelli and the left side is going to be the main outlet that's going to be trying to attacking them, try to get that side there. I don't know if all their players are fit, but even with all their players fit this season, they've still been poor. So I just expect our team to win the midfield battle and to attack that left side with Martinelli and Jesus linking up on the left side, overloading and causing Trent and those guys problems.
I hear that. You've definitely got to respect them. Even though you're better than them this season, you have to respect them. I know we spoke on Tuesday, Hussam, and you really were not looking forward to this game. Has your mindset changed? I mean, I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans online this last week talk about this being a fluke season for Arsenal. Your top level journalists are talking about how teams haven't taken them seriously. That's why they're top. You're worried as a fan base because if they win one, it kind of diminishes what Klopp's achieved in the Premier League. Is this a time to kind of sort of dent and damage Arsenal's title hopes, or or is there no hope with the way you're playing right now?
That is the most loaded question you've ever asked me in your entire life, but I'm here for it. This is why I love representing Liverpool Football Club on the spell.
That's not loaded. That is
I love representing Liverpool.
That is an in-depth question with context.
Very in-depth.
Backbone.
Let me deal with the diminishes point, because I've heard that 5,000 times already. Arsenal Football Club could win the next 3 league titles in a row, and it does not diminish Klopp's league title one bit. In my entire lifetime and most of my generation, we've only seen 1 league title, and that's the Klopp league title. So nothing will ever diminish that or diminish its value. People want to take things out of context and speak, without referring to the situation. When Klopp first walked in, we were an absolute dusty club at that moment in time, and we were nowhere near competing for these things. If I were doing YouTube back in the time, I would have been like, oh my God, we're playing good football. Yeah, you get the manager in. I was like Patrick. I was hopeless. So, imagine Patrick winning a league title. That's how strong it is, to be honest with you. So, thank God he won me that league title, and nothing is going to diminish.
Chill.
From my perspective, I actually prefer Arsenal winning the league. As obnoxious as Igal and his fellow fans are, as a club, I have no problem with Arsenal. Their team is actually quite likable. Their team, I like the players that they have on the pitch, the way that they play football. Their fan base is the second most obnoxious fan base on earth, and the differences with Man City, I hate their entire 11 and I hate their manager, but I have no one to listen to all summer long if they win the league. So it's just like, you can't win either way. It's either the obnoxious fan base or it's either, the team that you hate. But I just rather listen. Arsenal are my cousin in London. I don't really mind them. Let them win the league. But look, before I joined this, I saw, one of the stats online that I couldn't believe it was actually Liverpool related. Fewest goals conceded at home in the entire league. Man United 8, second place Liverpool 9. And I immediately tweeted and said, how are we even here? It just doesn't, how have I conceded the second fewest goals? Then I went and I checked. De Gea is on 12 clean sheets. Pope is on 13. Alisson's on 11. And I'm sat here thinking, like, have I, like, do I just have PTSD from this season, or like what exactly is going on? But what Igal said about the Anfield thing is actually true, because we haven't really had that many bad results at Anfield. It really just has been the Leeds loss in the league. And I know, like, for example, the Brighton game we drew at home, but you look at the other games, we've kind of beaten City, we've beaten Newcastle, we've beaten Man United, we've beaten multiple different teams at Anfield who have been better than us this season. And look, here's my problem. This is the funniest big game of all time, because 90% of the Arsenal fan base are convinced they're going to lose, and 90% of the Liverpool fan base are convinced they're going to lose. No one has any confidence going into this game. One guy, because he always gets beat at Anfield, and me, because I've been crap this season. So there's no confidence. I cannot come up here and say with chest, yes, we're going to beat Arsenal. But there is hope. It's a possibility that we beat Arsenal. I think with Klopp, maybe resting the likes of Salah, etc., in the last game, taking him off early. Maybe he does have, for some reason, for some sort of conspiracy theories that Arsenal fans have been throwing around regarding the Klopp trying to dent Arteta and all of that shit. There might be some truth in that, in which he is resting players for that Arsenal game. And if we see an angry Salah and an angry Van Dijk and an angry Trent, then we might get something. But there's one problem, Terry. And there is a singular player that I have a problem with in that Arsenal team. There is just one player who I hate the idea that I have to play him, and that's Leandro Trossard. He's already scored a hat-trick earlier on this season at Anfield. It ended 3-3 for Brighton. He scored a hat-trick against my club, and then he dipped. And we only saw him back in January when he made the move. Like, ever since then, he ain't appeared again. And it's just I've got to worry about Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, and I'm looking at like Trent Robertson, the center backs, and I'm going like, oh my God. Like, I don't know, Terry. I honestly don't know. This is the first time ever I cannot make a prediction. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know what will happen.
What you mean is you don't want to predict a win because you know you're probably going to lose. That's exactly what you just said there.
And if I predict a loss, we might win. I don't know. Maybe I need to do the Patrick. I'll just say Arsenal win, so we win instead.
Exactly. Double jinx.
I don't think Trossard's going to start, so you might not have to worry too much about him for the first 60+ minutes. I think it's going to be Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli, but that's just as dangerous. And when it comes to Trossard, since he's come in, you're right, he's been absolutely fantastic. And even when he faced Liverpool that time, what he got a hat trick, and then he also scored another goal before that against you guys. So he has 4 goals against you this season already. That's impressive. But when it comes to this game, Hussam, I want to know, is it mind games, or is Klopp actually have these players out injured? Because what on earth is going on at Liverpool? I'm seeing Mo Salah's not training, Robertson's not training. I'm seeing reports that what's his name? Naby Keita might play against Arsenal. What's going on?
I woke up today and I look at my feed and I see Salah's not in training, Jota's not in training, Naby Keita's in training, and I'm just like, oh my God. If we don't play Mo Salah, I can't lie to you. If Mo Salah does not start against Arsenal, we cannot win by definition. He's genuinely been our only threat up front this season. Like, it's just, he's been the guy who's creating. He's been the guy who's scoring. There's like, honestly, bro, nothing I could say. If Salah does not play, we cannot win the game. Like, there's zero hope for us. Even that game against City, like, there are a few forwards on earth who turn Cancelo like that, keep the ball off him, and have the pace and power to run at goal and finish it ahead of Ederson like that. So it's just a situation where, like, but I also ask myself, why would Klopp play mind games? Because we're not in a top 4 race. He said it himself. We're not in a title race. That's for damn sure. So, like, why would he want to play mind games? For what reason? Like, if he is playing mind games, maybe the conspiracy is about Klopp wanting to stop Arteta is true. Maybe it is. It's a possibility.
We say conspiracies. I mean, I only really brought it up because I've seen Liverpool fans tweeting it. I've seen a big podcast put it out there. This isn't like a Man United fan making up a conspiracy. It's Liverpool fans. It's the journalists have written what they've written. Like, this can't be denied. And it was just interesting because in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've seen Liverpool really get pressed about Arsenal doing well, and it never made sense to me. And maybe it's that kind of notion of we don't want them having one Premier League title as well type thing. I agree with you. Liverpool fans should want City to not win it because that means in your era of going up against them, they're beating you 5-1. That's far more embarrassing, like wanting them to win, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a real interesting one here to see what's going to happen. Like, Lewis, from your point of view, bruv, you look at this game, do you think Arsenal are going to overcome this kind of hoodoo of going away to Anfield? Or do you see this being, I know Patrick's praying for this, could this be a sting in the tail here and Arsenal drop some points and open that door for Man City?
Yeah, I'm with Patrick. I'm saying my prayers for this fixture as well. But everything logically, yeah, greater good and everything. Hassam, you must. But I don't know how.
The entire league is supporting me for the first time ever. This is the weirdest feeling. This is the weirdest feeling.
The great
brothers in
man.
arms,
We're all
bro.
united as one. We're all
Brothers
united
in
as
arms.
one.
Brothers in arms.
Brothers in arms. But yeah, I don't know how they can though. I could see Arsenal go to Anfield and get 3 points. Like their mentality does look a lot more different this season compared to last. And yeah, as much as I hate to say it, but I could see it happening. I hope Liverpool could even take a draw. I'll take a draw. That will be fine. That's enough for me. But I don't know. Liverpool didn't look impressive at all when they came to the bridge. I'm surprised Salah is out because he came off the bench against us. So I thought you just kept him as a precaution. I don't know how anything would have got aggravated in that situation or not. But I'm guessing Trent and Van Dijk, are they back at least?
Van Dijk was only sick against Chelsea, so he wasn't even injured, so he should be back. Trent isn't injured. Trent, I think, just got rested or / dropped. I don't know anymore.
Dropped. Man got dropped.
Yeah. Robertson and Trent, I can't lie, against City, they had horrible games. They both deserve to get dropped still.
Can I ask you who's going to be in your midfield?
The gal throwing haymakers.
Terry Flewers and everyone on this panel, ladies and gentlemen watching this lovely show, I want to take your minds back to last summer when Don Hussam 6 was screaming and they called him -4 views and they said he's doing this on purpose and they're saying he's doing this for subscribers. Now you see why. I told you guys Keita and Ox are made from Weetabix. I told you guys Henderson and Milner are dumb and number. And I told you Curtis Jones is crap. So now, add on top to that, Fabinho has just fully fallen off a cliff. Thiago's always injured anyway. So I'd like to introduce you to Liverpool's unbelievable midfield. It's going to be Fabinho Tavares, who turns like a garbage truck. It's going to be Captain Fantastic, the pit bull himself, the guy who does not know how to play this sport, Mr. Jordan Henderson. And the third guy is probably going to be the guy who isn't a midfielder, and he isn't a winger. He's one of them hybrid guys who has hairs like instant noodles. Man, like Harvey Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. What a midfield. Kudos to you, Liverpool Football Club.
Yeesh.
Big ups, man. What a midfield. Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah.
I cannot believe
one.
you did that, Igal. You know, you just stabbed me in the back. You know that. You
Listen,
took a knife and you just...
This is who you.
What do
This
you
is
do?
the team
What do
you
you
want
do?
to win the league, by the way.
What do you do? I missed
Ask a
it.
simple question.
I went on a rant, Terry. I went on a rant.
Ah,
I just reminded everyone of last
Hey,
summer.
Terry, can we remind ourselves of the summer where when Hussam said, Arsenal, we're not Arsenal. We don't challenge for top 4. We don't. Yeah, you don't challenge for top 4.
True,
You're
we're not
doing
challenging for top 4. So hold that. It's true.
Also, he said, what did you say to me? You said we're your whipping boys. Not this season.
You
We're
are.
beating
You are.
us at home.
There's a club worse than Man United at Anfield, and that's you. 4-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 3-1, 3-0. Like, it's been bad for you since 2012. It's been real bad. We can't deny this. Maybe this is what Lewis and Patrick and others are banking on. I can't lie to you. Maybe just the history.
I've been humble this whole time, but the reality is, Hussam, it doesn't matter even if you predict us to win. That clip is still coming back. You on the terrace yelling and screaming, saying Arsenal, your whipping boys, is coming back after we beat you.
I know.
I do believe we're going to beat you.
Bro,
I've
you
become
ain't
a
played
meme
them yet.
this
You ain't
season,
played them yet, Gal.
And I do believe everyone who's wanting Liverpool to win don't really know how they're going to do it. So I want to know, if you guys honestly believe Liverpool are going to win, explain to me how they're going to do it.
I don't think none of us believe they're going to win. We want them to win.
A penalty and a corner. 2-0.
It's going to be one of them ones, either a set piece or a Salah like genius moment or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Gal, let me throw that question back at you, Gal, for a minute. So if I'm in agreement with you. I can't see how Liverpool beat you. You're that much better. If they do, that's got to be like you obviously go in there highly confident you're going to win. Nobody can see how you can't. That's got to be a massive dent to your title hope because essentially you've given away a guaranteed 3 points based on that logic.
If we beat Liverpool, I honestly do believe from that category we go ahead and win the league quite comfortably. I think if we lose to Liverpool, we make it difficult, and now City have an arms their hair away from us, because right now they're arm's length away from us. If we lose to Liverpool, we have no margin of error. We have to go undefeated. We're the ones on pressure now. At this moment in time, we have a level of pressure that's eased off us because we have that 8 gap and we have a game. They have a game in hand. So if we lose, honestly, advantage City. If we win, it's over.
If you lose,
There's
it's not just
no
advantage
tolerate.
City. If you lose, it's over for you because you ain't gonna win at the Etihad. Let's cut the crap.
No, that's what I'm saying. Advantage City, and it's worrisome for us. But if we win, it's over. There's no way they're catching us. If we beat Liverpool, that is the kind of statement win that everyone looks at and says to themselves, you know what? We're probably not going to catch them, and then maybe they take easy against Southampton. Or you guys don't know. After this weekend, we could have beaten Liverpool, and they could lose to Southampton.
Who do
also.
City have this weekend?
Southampton.
Yeah,
Away.
but then
That's their bogey
they're
team
going to
as well.
smash Southampton, though.
No,
Hey,
Lewis, I've been in title race with them.
Southampton-
That's their bogey team.
Southampton
Let me
have
tell
been
you,
a
they
trouble.
always
Is it?
lose or draw to them.
Yeah, so I'm honestly saying we're all
Oh,
looking at the Liverpool game. Imagine the Southampton game decides the league, and they lose, and we win. It could go both ways. So I'm sitting here. I'm saying take my game. I'm looking at my game, and I'm saying to myself, we have to beat Liverpool. If we lose to Liverpool, I see the situation. But if we win, the league I think might be wrapped up.